I've no time to prepare meals with college, the gym and work. Any tips? Okay, got this great question on my Snapchat, BrianK019. So if you're not following my Snapchat, definitely go check that out on there. And I know a lot of people have similar issues with either work or kids or whatever you're doing, studying in school or in college. Trying to get the time management to prep your meals is something that can affect a lot of people. And I've talked about this in other episodes of the podcast, and I'm going to give my top tips here in the hopes that it helps anybody watching. So the main thing with work, study, and college in general is going to be making sure that you're eating good nutrient dense foods that are either pretty easy to prepare, so you can prepare a lot in advance, or knowing what ones to pick up on the go as snacks so that you're making healthier food choices. So one of two things that I do with people that come through my programs, and I would advise doubling down on the thing that works best for you. For me, when I was working as a teacher in London, for those of you that don't know, 5-6 years ago, that was my full-time job. I worked as a primary school teacher, and that's what I did. And I had a cooking system that works very, very well for me. On Sunday nights, I used to prepare all my meals for Monday and Tuesday. On Tuesday nights, I used to prepare all my meals for Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday were pretty free because they were kind of my free days, and I had a lot more time on Saturday. And I used to repeat that system again every Sunday. So if you're someone that doesn't mind prepping a lot of food and putting it in the fridge or putting it in the freezer, and then you have it, that's a really easy way in order to just prepare your meals so that you're making healthier food choices. What happens with a lot of people during the day, and I was a victim of this, it's how I'm able to see it in people, is when you get hungry and you don't have food with you, it's a lot easier to reach for a piece of chocolate or reach for some biscuits or reach for some crisps or whatever food is handy and easy and on the go. Having your meals there tends to cut that out completely because you're not making poor choices because you're hungry, or you're not making poor choices because your blood sugar levels have dropped too low. So finding a system that works well for you. You may find that preparing dinner and making extra, which is something that I do in my GA youth program for anyone that has their mothers and fathers prepping their meals, is making extra food for dinner and then having it for lunch the following day. So if you know you're going to be preparing dinner every single day, make extra and have it as lunch the next day. So either one of those systems can work tremendously well. And then when you're out and about, knowing that you can make good food choices on the go. For those of you who are on my Snapchat, I always put up my food when I'm traveling. If I'm in London, or if I'm in New York, or if I'm in the US, or wherever I am, I'm always putting up the foods that I'm taking with me on the go, because when you make a conscious choice to make good choices, you're able to do that. Things like your pineapple, your blueberries, your apples, your fruits in general, your tins of tuna, your almonds, your nuts, your beef jerky if you're in the States, or even bringing your protein powder with you. I never leave the country without oats, almonds and whey protein in my bag, just in case I get stuck somewhere where I can't get any healthy food. Knowing that you can make good choices on the go, even if you're super busy, especially if you're super busy, can allow you to stay on track long term with your nutrition. So what I would advise, whatever lands with you the most, preparing your meals 2 or 3 times a week and then having them, prepping extra for dinner and then using it for lunch, or just making good healthy on the go choices, or keeping extra oats, almonds and whey protein in your bag and bringing it with you. Whatever works best for you that allows you to stay on track, double down on that. So hopefully that works. Anyone you know that's suffering with a similar problem, for either with kids or with college or with school, where you just don't feel you have the time to prioritize prepping your meals, please tag them below. Thanks for watching.